Good afternoon, folks. How you doing today? Mike Zuber, One Rental at a Time, author of a book about the journey to financial independence through real estate. You can find it on Amazon or Audible. Take a look. If you do, please leave a 5-star review. We just went to 300 reviews on Amazon and over 100 on Audible. So thank you, thank you, thank you. One of the questions I get all the time is, "Hey, Michael, can you help me understand how to go to the next stage or the next step in real estate investing?" Now, if you watch this channel, you understand one rental at a time. I spend a lot of time trying to help people go from 0 to 1 or maybe 0 to 4. I believe that jump is the hardest. I believe that jump frustrates the most people. I think it's the most dangerous jump because if you make your first step wrong, you're very unlikely to make a second step. I have developed a course specifically aimed at getting people from 0 to 4. Great feedback. Very proud of it. It's the best thing I've created. But I do think there's 5 stages. And I've been asked this question enough. So what I did is I've created the following presentation educating you about all 5 stages. If you find yourself at stage 2, how do you get to stage 3? If you get from 0 to 1, how do you go to 2? So we're going to walk through all the stages. We're going to actually start at stage 0, which of course is the first stage in this, and then we will end at stage 4. So stage 0 is the foundation or the floor, but that's where we're going to start. Do me a favor. If you like this kind of content, you like what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to create original content every day. It's not edited. It's just done live. If a phone rings or a dog barks, so be it. I don't have time to edit videos. I want to create something. I want to answer your questions and then just move on. Hence, no editing, no YouTube algorithm fine tuning. I'm just creating and moving on. So let's take a look at this presentation. Again, it was generated because you all asked for it. So let's talk about the 5 stages real quick. So again, we will go bottom up. So here's stage 0. I call this the looky-loo. You know, this is somebody who has 0 rentals today. They're interested in the idea, but lack focus. One of the things you see in real estate and real estate investing, Bigger Pockets, YouTube University, is there's a lot to choose from. There are plenty of fake gurus. There are plenty of YouTube entertainers. There are very few people that do this job every day, and even less who've been doing it 20 years through up and down markets and are truly giving stuff to help people. I include myself in that latter, but again, it's not what I think. It is, of course, what you think. Next is often the looky-loo is excited about the money. They see wealth, they see legacy wealth. They may be throwing around terms they heard on social media, but they don't really get that buy and hold is get rich slow, sacrifice, live below your means. It's all those blocking and tackling things that don't look good on social media. So again, they stay in the looky-loo stage. They're really sometimes looking for that thing that sparks that final movement, right? Maybe it's BRRRR, maybe it's fix and flip, maybe it's out of state, maybe it's multifamily, maybe it's bigger is better. I don't know. But often I find they just haven't got that fire yet, that thing that's going to drive them forward. Real estate investing takes time. There are certainly risks involved. The looky-loo stage, you're kind of like at a real estate meetup and just listening. You're not asking questions. You're not networking. You're just sitting there and time passes you by. One of the areas that I focus on is I believe a lot of folks in the looky-loo stage actually simply lack confidence. They may be, they're risk averse. So I often tell people, what you need to do is you need to build confidence. And if you take my course, One Rental at a Time, or How to Start One Rental at a Time, in 90 days, you're going to build confidence. For $200 and 90 days of effort, you're going to build confidence. And then you're going to know what a good or great deal is. Until you do that, you probably shouldn't write an offer. Until you learn your market, it is risky. So again, one of the things I'm very proud of is helping people build confidence. If people want to know about me, they can obviously listen to this channel. But the best thing to do is read our book, One Rental at a Time, on Amazon, or listen on Audible. If you want to hear about 15 years of sacrifice, all kinds of mistakes before and after the crash, probably read that. And then if you like that book, that's what my course is. My course is how I did that. How did I learn a market I never lived in? How did I learn a market I didn't know anybody? I had never been in Fresno and still have never spent the night, but yet I've found a way to go from one rental to financial freedom. So I help people build confidence. And the beauty is I do it 20 minutes a day. If you're going to buy my course, get ready to work. You're going to work every day, but it's going to help you. You're going to build confidence. You are going to be ready for all the opportunities in 2021. Another thing in the looky-loo category is you haven't realized you have to change your network. This is hard for people. You've grown up with your friends, you're comfortable, you like doing what you do. But if you're going to get after this and really go for financial freedom, I hate to tell you this, but your friends are probably going to have to change. You can still keep them as friends, but they just can't be your 5 closest friends. And that sometimes is hard for people to hear and really think about. Here's the last thing. People can stay in stage 0 forever. If you've gone to 30 real estate meetups or maybe even 15 and you haven't done anything yet, you need to ask yourself some questions. My guess is you haven't built confidence yet, which again, I can fix, or you're not sure where to go. You're going an inch in 50 directions and thus nowhere. Realize stage 0, in my opinion, should not last more than 6 or 9 months. If it's lasted years, you need somebody to help you build confidence and tell you the way. Again, read our book, see what we're doing, see what we're all about. And then when you're ready to work and you're ready to follow the path I've laid out, just get the course. It's $199 and you can add yourself to a Facebook group. And I talk to you every Saturday live in our Facebook group where you can ask me any questions. So that's stage 0, the looky-loo. Stage 1, this is committed or proof of concept, right? You've done one, right? You've written offers at a minimum, right? You know what a good or great deal is. That's really when you're out of stage 0. When you have done the work that I talk about and you know what a good or great deal is, you're writing offers on good or great deals. Even if you don't have any units, but you're writing good offers, you're in stage 1. You're no longer a looky-loo. You are writing offers, so you are at the proof of concept phase. The keys to this phase is you have to know your market, right? What market are you in? You can't be in 5 markets, you're in 1. You know what asset type you're going after. These are all the things that I talk about in my course. Is it a house? If it's a house, how big, how many bedrooms, how many baths, garage, no garage, small, big, lots of land, no land, 2-story, 1-story. What is it? What is your asset you are looking at? This is the big one. This is really the cornerstone of what you get after executing my course, which is what's an average deal. And an average deal will vary by city, by market, by asset type. And until you do the work that is in the course 20 minutes a day, I can't tell you what average is. I don't know your market. My market's between 6 and 6.5%. Don't know yours, but you need to do that. And that's what I talk about confidence. Once you've done the work and you know that average is 6%, just to pick a number, you're going to get excited about an 8% deal because that's 25% better than a 6% deal. So you will move forward. You're writing offers. In stage 1, the difference between looky-loo and stage 1 is you are writing offers. In a crazy market like we're in today, you may not get any. Owner occupants might outbid you, but you are writing offers on good or great deals. And also you are not turning them into bad deals by raising your price. You know your numbers, you've done your homework, and you just keep moving forward. This is a tough market. I've done 100 offers this year and got nothing out of the MLS. It's because I don't raise my offer. I know it makes sense. I know it's a good deal. I know what a great deal is. And I won't do average or bad deals. It's just not what I'm willing to do. In the beginning, in this proof of concept phase, you're willing to learn from your early mistakes. You're not going to beat yourself up. If you really want to hear about an early mistake, get our book. We talk about all the mistakes that happened to us in our first rental property. It was not a fun experience. Nothing we did wrong per se, but it was still a turning point in our investing career, and it could have crushed us. So you should take a look, read that story, see how it turned out. In stage one, you're growing your network. You realize that it's not a one-person show. You're meeting agents, meeting other investors, meeting painters, contractors. You're growing your network every week. You're just trying to get better every day. That's really the cornerstone of stage one, is you're writing offers on good or great deals, which I teach and talk about, but you're getting better every day. I think stage one for most people will last between 4 and 8 years. This is where you're going to get between 0 and 8 units, right? Proof of concept, you're learning, you're doing a deal every 6 months or a deal every year, and you just need time to go by. So that's stage one. Stage two, this is when it gets a little more fun. It's because now you get to leverage time and money that you have invested in the past. What happens after 8 years of stage one is you've had some appreciation, mortgage paydown, inflation. You are starting to get options. I write about this in the book. It was a key on how we got property 4, 5, and 6. Without stage two, we never get properties 4, 5, and 6. We did cash out refis, and we got to reuse our capital. Remember, as we talk about in the book, don't create alligators. We made a big mistake with our first cash out refi. We took out too much money, so don't repeat that mistake. But again, you can reuse capital. You can take your 10 grand out of property one and put it in property 3, or take out 20 grand from property 2 and put it on property 6. That is a big part of stage 2. It's reusing capital. Another part of stage 2 might be a 1031 exchange. Maybe your market's gotten hot. And again, read what we did in our book. It is a big part of our journey. It is actually how we went from 8 to 80 units. It was the 1031 exchange, because at the time houses were hot and apartments were not. So we simply did 1031 exchange. We leveraged past down payments and artificial equity growth. Another part to stage 2 is deal flow increases because your skill is better. You know more people and your net worth jumps. You get to leverage more creative offers. You start to understand seller financing, seller carryback, lease option, just other things than just straight up purchases. What's going to happen then stage 1 versus stage 2 is your network, your 5 closest friends have likely changed. Often when you're in stage 2, your closest friends are other real estate investors or people interested in real estate. It's not your 5 college friends or your 5 neighbors. Another thing about stage 2 is you never have to get here. If you only stay at stage 1, I want to shake your hand. I believe if you get 4, 5, 6 single family rentals and never enter stage 2, you have changed your financial future forever. And that's at the heart of what one rental at a time is. I want people to get started. If you happen to go past stage 1, that's wonderful. But I want you to get out of stage 0, looky-loo, into stage 1. That's what I want from one rental at a time. Our book is about belief and track record. Our course is about the work. How do you do it? Stage 2 is you don't have to get here, but if you do, it's fun. You get to exchange, you get to reuse capital, but you don't have to get here. Stage 2 will often last between 6 and 10 years. Stage 3. This is when you're getting close to financial freedom. You get to start adjusting debt and your loan to value. This often is about 10 to 12 year mark. Your cash flow is finally grown where you're seeing it. The first 8 years, perhaps it's slow. You're like, I never see any cash flow, stuff keeps breaking. But when you get here, you have enough units, you have enough appreciation, enough inflation and rents, you're really seeing cash flow. So you have options. You could sell 1 or 2, pay off others. If that's what you want to do this Dave Ramsey route and have no debt. You could refi, which means raise LTV and a few and pay off others. That is what we did. You could 1031 exchange again and go bigger, maybe consolidate, maybe sell 4 or 5 houses and buy one 50-unit building. You can you understand that the trickle of cash flow is now a decent stream. You can actually see it. Again, you never have to get here. You never have to exit stage 2, just like stage 2 and stage 1. What I'm focused on is getting you out of 0 into 1. And then if you can get from 1 to 2, awesome. Stage 3 is typically pretty short because you're really just juggling and removing debt, or you're raising debt here and paying off debt there. I called it creating the O blank pile. I wanted to have a set of assets free and clear, and then I had the other stuff raised LTV. So I spread my risk versus having debt on everything. Then there's stage 4. This is what we're all shooting for. At least we all talk about it's financial freedom. For us, the journey was 15 years. It's all in the book. You need to check it out because there's so much value in there, I've been told. And I'm pretty proud of it. You need to continue to be conservative. Just because you're financially free, that doesn't give you permission to be stupid. You got to keep your expenses low, just like you did while you were enjoying this. No huge risks, but enjoy life. You can do lots of things without increasing your monthly expenses. You can also continue to grow, but you never risk what you've already built. If you are going to risk stuff, make it new capital, not old capital. I suggest, like I'm doing here on this channel, helping the next generation. I have decided to sit here where I'm at and be comfortable. I could try to double or triple or quadruple. That would not be interesting to me. I'm content where we are. I'm happy. So instead, I'm going to reach down and pull people up. Hence my focus on getting people out of looky-loo into proof of concept, out of proof of concept into stage 2. Again, if you're talking about it, you're stuck, I'm here to help. The course is the best thing you could get. It's only $199. And then again, if you're in it, do the work and let's talk every Saturday. And then lastly, time to write your book. Let's have, if you reach financial freedom, it took 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, write your story. If you can write your story and inspire one other person to start, it will be worth the journey. Trust me. So in the end, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this allowed and helped you understand the different stages or evolution of investor. I, again, am focused on getting people out of looky-loo into stage 1. I believe what people are most often missing is confidence in the ability to understand what good or great is. If you're stuck, you're not sure what to do, I suggest taking the course, but get ready to work. There's just no easy button where if you hear some magic words, I unlock the mystery for you. You are going to have to learn your market. I'm going to tell you how to learn your market. We're going to set up some repetition for you every day, but that is going to be on you. In the end, again, the course is called How to Get Started One Rental at a Time. It will help you be better. I know it works. You have a whole playlist on this channel, but if you're not ready, no harm, no foul. I will continue to create daily content for you. And if you're still watching, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, have some fun, and have a great day.